Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. First of all, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you for inviting me to your community to talk about Hajj and how Hajj is looking like, especially after the pandemic. We do see many changes in the market, how this business is done, what goes on, and what needs to be done. So, if anyone here has performed Hajj before the pandemic, the last Hajj that went was actually in 2019. And it was a pretty simple and basic procedure. You write a check, you give your passport, you give the documents that are required, and you are pretty much good to go. It was a simple procedure. You did not need to worry. You give all your documents, and they would take care of. We would take care of the visa for you. You take care of the tickets. We would send you everything. You will communicate with us. We can schedule something very specific for you. Maybe you're like, I want to go on a $2,000 a month plan for the next 4 or 5 months, or whatever it may be. But the procedure was directly, you came to us, a trusted agent that you booked with, you came to us, you dropped off a check, you dropped off your documents, we took care of your visa, we took care of your bookings, we took care of everything basically. So anything that you needed, you came back to us. It was a very simple procedure. After the pandemic, some things have changed. In 2022, we had a site which was called Mutawif. They had a very small quota. I believe approximately 1,000 people went that year from the US. And that was a raffle system. So you would submit your name. If you were selected, you were able to go. And then the following year, things changed and Nusuk came along. So this is where the major changes in the current Hajj has happened. It is with Nusuk. And it's very important to understand what role does Nusuk play when we are planning for Hajj, when we are making intention for Hajj. What are we doing in Nusuk? It's something, if you have gone to Umrah in recent times, Nusuk is also an app that you use to book your Roda permits. Some of you may know it as Riyaz al Jannah, or to book your Umrah permit. So this is one of the tools that you use Nusuk for. You may have heard this before, but how does it relate when it comes to Hajj? So it is the same people because Nusuk essentially is a off branch of Ministry Hub. They are managed and they are the all the upkeep is being done. They are basically under the Ministry of Hajj. They are under the directions of Ministry of Hajj. So the site is being run from the Ministry of Hajj. So the old procedure was a little bit different. You came to agents, but the new procedure, you are going through this booking platform called Nusuk. And everything in Nusuk is authorized through the Ministry of Hajj. So there is about 10 companies that are working in the Nusuk. So Nusuk is something like, if you really want to compare it, you can compare it to maybe Amazon. You have authorized sellers that come and they sell a product. So in this case, Nusuk is a authorized seller of Hajj packages. This is what the main purpose Nusuk is playing, especially the Hajj portion of it. So you can go. This is the system that will you go, you make an account on it. You will go ahead and get verified on it. You will go ahead and load your money on it. You're not giving money like the old system to any of the agents. So if somebody's coming and saying deposit, let's say like $2,000, and I'm going to take you for Hajj, it's not the way the new system works. Protect yourself, protect your finances, because it has happened where people, especially I've seen some ads, and I find it very ridiculous when we have a system in place where you go and you load the money in that system. You go do everything in that system. Why would you be giving cash to an agent or a check to an agent? It doesn't make any sense. They have the system in place, so everything is centrally done through one place. This system is where you get your visas. Even though the companies that are uploading their packages over there, uh, the emails you receive are actually through Nusuk. So when your ticket gets issued, the company is taking care of it. In our case, we are partnered with Itra Al Khair, is one of the 10 service providers in Nusuk. So you will have other options in there too. And before we even got started, one brother asked me a question. There's a barcode on the flyers we gave, and it says for more info. So this is actually, if you go in there, there's a form. You can fill out that form. We keep you up to date. As updates come out, we do live seminars. So, mashallah, I actually met with someone just a few minutes ago before we started, and they're actually part of our updates group, and they drove quite a bit just to come and see me. He had a couple of questions, so he came and he asked me. So this is something where we communicate and we get the information to you. And we have frequent seminars. We're already done with 4 seminars. You have approximately about 3 hours of material. Actually, you can go and watch at any time. They're all uploaded on YouTube. You can go and watch it. As the guidance you need, basically, we covered topics like we went in complete details regarding what to watch out for, how you can actually get scammed in this industry. So there are still ways where you can give an agent some money and go for Hajj, but these channels are usually from back home. So I am originally from Pakistan, so they still have dual citizenship. So a lot of the Pakistani community who have a Pakistani passport, they're actually going through the Pakistani system. So this is something like if you have a passport from back home, which is valid and you're able to utilize, you can do that. That is valid, but make sure you're going with someone you trust. And I know quite a few countries. Last year, somebody told me a few people went from Ghana, a few people went from Somalia, a few other countries. But India is one of those countries, they don't have dual citizenship. So if someone has an Indian passport, they can't have a U.S. passport. So once they get their U.S. passport, they need to give up their old passport. So it all depends on what your situation is. If that is something that's going to work out with you, Bismillah, take that option. But we are here to actually give you the only legal route to go to Hajj is through Nusuk. And I'm not necessarily saying you're bound to go and buy Itra al Khair packages. What we're doing is we're providing you the information, the tools, what you need to know how the system works. And right now, there's a lot of chit chat going around about the system is open for registration. There is, as of right now, yes, when you go, the system is open, but updates are still being made. And as we have seen historically for the last 2 Hajj, your old accounts become useless. So you do need to go re-register again to make a new account. That's why we're avoiding telling the community to make an account or avoid using your old account, at least for now, hold off because the verification process is not open, which means the site is not available right now. So as of right now, what we're doing is we're letting you, you're not putting in your passport information. All you're doing is you're putting in your name, your email, your phone number, and you will get frequent emails from us as the information comes out. We also have a WhatsApp channel, so you can go and you can follow that channel. You can get information over there as well regarding the next year Hajj. So we like to go and give priority for the people who signed up, so they get the email in priority. So once that listing is large enough that we cannot accommodate one whole crowd, so we will give priority to the people who signed up so they can join the seminars. And if there's still a need, we can host multiple seminars. And inshallah, as the registration process opens, we're going to go in complete detail with you from point A all the way till the end till you purchase your package. So the first process being basically just registering your account. Then from there, moving on to how the verification process works. There are, there is quite a few complications when it comes to this system. There are some technical things that if they're not taken care of, you may have some issues. Basically, they want it in a particular size, how they want your passport to be uploaded, how they want it to be scanned, what pixels they want it in. So inshallah, we will be assisting you along with all the partners that are working with us. We are here. The purpose of what we are doing is to serve the community. So we are working with a company in Saudi, and the role we play with that company is, of course, you are seeing the marketing. You can see some of our flyers that are left over here. That's one thing that we're doing for them. The second thing, we're actually required and we're contracted to actually provide the murshids, which are basically guides. So the guides who will be religiously guiding you. And from our side, we do our own research and we work on guiding you for the system too. So the accounts that we use as guides is completely different as the accounts you use as a consumer, as when you go and purchase your Hajj packages. So every year I actually go and make an account on one of my family members, understand the system, understand the glitches, so we can guide you better. Me and the whole team that is working with me, inshallah, we have partners, throughout, so we can physically be available for you as well too. So, inshallah, as we're moving along, I don't want to talk too much. I want this opportunity to be for you to actually ask questions. What concerns do you have? And I want to clarify something because I know some people in the community were affected with some illegal channels for Hajj. I want to clarify we're not collecting anything, we're just guiding you in the legal channels. And it's up to you whether you would like to go through these channels or maybe you have a better chance of going from back home. We are expecting some ease in the system, making it a little bit easier. And just for your information, just FYI, the system was sitting blank for 3 days at the end. And there were about a quota of 500 to 1,000 people left. I know a lot of people spoke about, like we weren't able to do it. Is because you need the right guidance as well too. So many people approached me too. They asked me, should I drain my e-wallet and refund my money? And we did advise everyone, do not drain your e-wallet if you are trying to go for Hajj. And once they did that, the money was stuck in limbo for a couple of weeks, and you can't access those funds. Now you don't have those funds, and you don't have those funds available to purchase your Hajj packages. And on top of that, you don't have those funds available back as a credit on your credit card or whatever method you were using. So you're stuck in the middle. So sabr is patience is a big part of Hajj, not just during Hajj, from the beginning of the process all the way till the end. So, inshallah, I do want to open this up as a discussion so you can ask questions because I am here physically available, inshallah. And hopefully, on the phone, and our partners over here locally are available to you as well too to answer your questions, inshallah.
wixii su'aala ee la qabo hala weydiiyey
فهمتي online او شيء معلومات.
usoo koob
Okay, I'm gonna translate what
Translate
you
it.
said. ما loo baahna qeybta laguma qaranta. Saddexdii hadda almost markii u bilaamatay 2019 ugu dambeysay xaj rasmi ah oo dadka loo imaado face to face oo lala dilgareeyo passport laga qaado lacag laga qaado xaj la geeyo 2019 ugu dambeysay. dowladda Sacuudiga COVID-ka inta lagu jiray way fakireen waddanka xoogaha development ay ku sameeyeen waxyaalo badan ay bedeleen. sharcigii markay bedeleen waxyaalo badan markay bedeleen waxay dhaheen in aan xajka siino dadka waddanka u dhashay oo Sacuudi citizen ah inay shirkado samaystaan xajka ayaga loo dhiibo. 11 shirkada marka ka shaqeysa programka xajka. COVID-ka markii lagu jiray company loo dhiibay sharciga waa bedeleen hadda waxaa loo dhiibay xajka company la dhahayo Nusuk. marka anaga maanta waxaan joognaa Nusuk waa 10 company ka shaqeeya. Nusuk waa app oo dowladda Sacuudiga samaysatay. appkaas waa gelaysaa karadkaad inaa haysatid waaye. karadkaad ku jiro lacag gaarayso ilaa $12,000 ugu yaraan xilligaa markaa tahay. haddaad ka badan tihiin in ka badan ku jirto lacagta kaadkaas. appkaasaa la gelayaa 11 company ka jirto. marka companygaana anaga la shaqeynayo dadkaan hagaynaa markii meesha la tago qofka information u baahan waxaa lagu sheegayaa saan sameey lacag saas u geli suurka mataqaanaa saan u yareey. marka waa shaqooyin badanaa jirto. hadda number 1 qofku wuxuu u baahan yahay xajka sanadkan wuxuu bilaabanayaa mar dhow. waxay rabaan xajka inay saxaan macluumaadkii si fiican loo shaqeeyo dowladda mataqaanaa development si fiican inay shaqada u qabato. marka wixii haddii laga gaaro oo lasii sameeyo wixii shaqada si fiican u qabsanaysaa. marka November waxaa dhici karta inay already bilaabaan registrationkii iyo systemkii. lama oga waa isbedeli karaa laakiin adigana waxaa la rabaa inaad si gaar noqoto lacagtaadii baasaboor cusub oo 6 bilood ka badan tahay haysatid. masuurka laftigiisa waxaa samayn kartaa darbi cad inaa istaag oo qof kaa qaado oo la caddeeyo aabka la gelin karaa. you don't have inaad tagtid meel kusoo suuqatid ana computer kale la gelinayaa masuurka. marka waxaa u baahan tahay qof number 1 Soomaalida luqadda ingiriiska meesha luqadda ingiriiska ku qoran weliba ingiriis waxaa ku qoran oo ay soo tarjumeen oo sax ahayn marmar. waa la isku dhibaataysan yahay aabka marmar waa istaagaa marmar lacagta adag kugu jirto lacagta ma qaadanayo. marka challenge waa jiraa saxsaxaan oo wax sameeyaan. saa ogtihiin xajkii lasoo dhaafay sanadahaas lasoo dhaafay xajka wuxuu ahaa dad badan baa xiiseynaya xoogaa xiisihii covidkii daraaddiis hadda xoogaa dadkii waa soo xajiyeen sanadkan waxaa dhici karta xataa lacagta inay xoogaa ka yareeyaan sidii lagu ogaa last year lacagta ugu yareed ilaa 8,500 ay ahayd 9,000 10 11 12 17,000 marka 17,000 waxa waaye serviceka meesha la degayo xadka haddaad tagteen before clock towerka markaad degaysid lacagtiisa waa ka duwan tahay soo degaysid salaada la xirinaysid degaysid kor noqonaysid lacagteeda waa gooni xaafad kale fog markaad deg tahay halkan kale markaad inta degan tahay salaada fitr waa soo geli kartaa meel 15 minutes jirtana waa different marka distance-ka lacagta waa xisaabteeday leedahay marka lacagaha waxaa gadanaysa haddii lagu dhaho kan waa 9,000 waa package mid kale 10,000 haddii lagu dhaho waxyaaraha ka duwan mid 15,000 lagu dhaho waxaa ka duwan marka badanka soomaalida annaga waxaa xiiseynaa midka ugu macquulsan laanna xaj lay rabtaa inaad gudato xajkiina qof hadduu qof weyn yahay xajka qaaliga u fiican qof weyn oo socon karin oo wheelchair lagu wado laanna meesha laga soo baxayo laba nooc waaye meesha oo tendooyinka muhiimka waa tendooyinka mid waxaa jirta macaysin la dhahayo oo xoogaha lug badan ka jirto iyo mid la dhahayo majarri kabsh waa dadka lacagta laha qaato waa dhowda 5 daqiiqo waa joogtaa dhagax tuurka waa soo tuuraysaa dhag waa sii soconaysaa kale xoogaha socodkiisa ilaa 30 daqiiqo 40 daqiiqo maca zaxmadda waa aad u dhib badan tahay marka lacagaha saas u kala duwan yihiin marmar waxaa dhici karta 13,000 oo laga qaaday in lagu dejiyo meesha fog marka waa inaan waxaas iska jeegaraysid oo la fiiriyo anaga laakiin shirkaddan baan rabnaa inaan la shaqeyno oo dadka la hago oo dadka mataqaanaa information loo soo sheego xajka wuxuu noqday easy ma aha macluumaad information waa kuwa la furay app waa isfuraya waa iska dhib badan yahay dadka cumrada tegey madiino kale marka la tago waxaa jiro anaga shirkad waxaan ganaan leenahay oo xajka cumrada ka shaqeeya markaan madiinada ka geeno dadka aqoon oo keligood ama soo baxo ama shirkado cusub raaco meesha lagu tukanayo madiina rawda min riyaad aljanna meeshaas waxaa loo baahan yahay inaad siisid appointmentiga every salaa 10 minutes run asaraad tukanaysaa 10 minutekaas waa inaa app ku noqnoqoto refresh samaysid waa helaysaa markaas marka labada kacdood kusoo tukanaysaa saasaa kusoo baxaysaa marka waa madiina appkanna waa exactly same waa ku dhibtoonaysaa maanta oo dhan waa inaad fadhisid kursi refresh u gelaysid programka markaa heshid saasaa ku baxaysaa marka programka waa saas wuxuuna kaloon dimension gareeyay inaad lacagtaada shirkado badanaa jiro waan soo aragnay dad badanna way kusoo khasaareen aniga shirkad aan leeyahay dad badan aan u sheegay waxaa iri war bixina safar ma jireen ayagoo noo sheegin naga dhunteen lacagtooda dad waxay u geysteen kale sacuudiga waxaa lagu geeyay fiiso oo qalad ah waxaa iri magaalada diyaarad markaa raacaysa fiiso xaddi daawadan ha raacin hoteelka loogu gaalo dadkii waa la soo celiyey marka taasna waa mushkilad lacagtaada meel qalad haddaa gelisid waa dhibaato number 2 waa jirtaa dadka soomaalida laftigeeda waa la qaldaa nin carab ah soo wacayo aniga 50 qof ay soo wacday maalintii carab ah oo ku dhehayso wasiirkan la fadhiyaa ama wasiirka la fadhiya madaxweynaha la fadhiya information waxaan rabaa aniga oo clear ah aniga gacanta horta kow soo ah laana dadaan aniga hal mar haddii lagugu soo habaaro waa ku dhamaatay ama cumrada marka waa very risky program run ahaantii marka meeshaas waxay u baahan tahay program qofki inuu isdiyaariyo systemkiisii soomaaliya dadaad tago safarkaas dheerka diidaya marka waxay jecel yihiin dadka inay toos inta ugu baxaan soo xajiyaan group maraykanka raacaan baasaboorka maraykanka ku baxaan systemkii sameeyaan meeshii tartiibtooda usoo noqdaan timekii og yihiin dadkao dhan waa shaqeeyaan ciyaalay leeyihiin 2 bilood meesha ma joogi karaan bili bar ma joogi karaan qofka wuxuu rabaa xajka waa 7 bil xajka dhan waa 7 days waa maalin 8aad carafoo muhiim ah maalin 9aad 3 beri oo kale oo mataqaanaa oo dhagax tuurka maalintaas kadib waa soo dhaqaaqi kartaa waa 5 beri dad waxaa jira anaga aan tagnay oo takhaatiira 5taas beri hal maalin ku darsadaan shaqadooda dhakhtarnimada wuxuu leeyahay appointment surgery waqtigaas kadib marka waa saas shirkaddan magaceeda waa taas informationkaasaa iskan garaynaysiin qofkii raaco annaga hadhow imaanayna meesha oo guide u noqonayno laakiin kambaniyaad kalea ku jiro oo ilaa 11 kambani ah 11kaas kambanina qof kasta waxaa la rabaa 9 qof aa loo ogolyahay inuu hoos imaado adiga xaajigaaga gabar kaloo walaasha ah muxrimkiini hal meel aa wada gelaysa 9 qof haddaad ka badan tihiin ma geli kartiin aad qof kale marka wuxuu noqonayaa qofkaas inuu meel kala galo marka waxaa la rabaa dadka inay isla socdo in hal meel is wada geliyaan hal marna wada sameeyaan waxooda laanna approvalka waxaa dhici karta inaa adiga iyo 5taada qof bishaan gelisid bisha soo socotana dadka kale waxaa dhici karta adiga lagu approve gareeyo dadka kalena la approve gareeyo sidaas groupka kale kugu raacay muxramkaaga waxaa dhici karta inuu ku raacay keligaa hadda sacuudiga waa bedeleen keligaa adoo boorso wataabtaa keligaa waa samayn kartaa way bedeleen sharciga muxramkii programadii wixii dhan waa joojiseen marka muhiimadda waxaa waa adiga muxramkaaga si ay isku raaci kartid shirkadda rabtiga arabisa u samayn kartid 11kaas kambaniga ku jiro marka kambanigan wuxuu kuu sheegayaa meeshaasaan degaynaa weliba dad badan haddii la helo kambaniga negotiation waa la samayn karnaa weliba sheekhaan rabna waan keeni karnaa qaraabana waxaan nahay sheekh mustafa naftigiisa waa la hadlay waxaa iri inaan xajka ku keenaa dhici karto diyaar marka waxyaalo badanaa la qaban karaa shirkadda laftigeeda dad badan haddaa u heshid waa la control garayn karaa waxaa dhihi kartaa mataqaanaa soomaali rabnaa inaan muxaadar ku bixino magartaa marka waa saas meeshka su-aal qofka qabo anybody with questions baad weydiin kartiin
Anyone? So, as we know, we're hoping the system will be open later. This everything's closed now because it's not a Hajj time. Do we know like when?
So some of these things, there are a lot of companies. I'm actually kind of surprised. That's actually a very good question. You know, when are we expecting it? To be honest, there have been no announcements as of right now because we are, you know, the company we're working with. Any chit chat that happens, you know, like anything that's going on, they give us an update. My last physical meeting with them was actually in September, and even till then, there wasn't much information out by then either. And right now, what we're trying to do is to get you as much information to assist you in preparing for Hajj, especially, you know, like the first thing you need to do is
Make
make
an
your
account.
intention.
When you make an account, you
When
make
you, the problem is, there's a lot of, you know, there's no surety that if you make an account, you will not have to make another account again. Creating an account doesn't take more than 2 seconds. Put in an email, you put in your passport number, your nationality, boom, your account is done. It's not like it's going to take you like 5 days to make that account. What takes time is the verification, and that is not open yet. So, you know, why would you go make an account and possibly cause issues for you when it actually opens and when things are actually running smooth?
Not that one. I mean, like this is can.
So if you scan this, you fill it out, you're a part of our emailing list. Anything, any update, anything that comes out regarding Hajj, if I get a word from Saudi right now that you know, some important information they give me, I will schedule out a seminar for the weekend because I want to make sure maximum people can attend it.
Okay. How do I know when it's open? Like it's open. It's open. It's middle of night for Sunday. Do I get this email or do you guys?
I like to send out a invite for this is an in-person seminar, so I didn't really send out an invite in advance. But anything we do online, I like to at least give a week before, so you can keep your schedule open. And it's online, you know, it's virtual. You don't need to physically attend it. You log in. As long as you have internet connection, you can be anywhere in the world, and it makes it easier because we can have people, you know, all over the East Coast. We can have people all over the West Coast. We can have Midwest, anywhere in the world. Actually, we have people from UK that join our seminars. So it's I've seen quite a few people that signed up, and you see a number for Europe. I've seen Canadian numbers in there. So it's a mixture of people. We will give you a well enough notice. And even if you're not able to attend, it's okay. We understand, you know, people have things to do. Some people may be busy. We always make sure we have a recording available for you.
I understand, but how you gonna collect all those people? Like when I make my email and my number, that's the way you
It's
gonna
I have
how you find me?
Excel sheet. I copy paste all the emails. Like I have your information, and once we see the system actually start running and everything is working, you're gonna start getting some calls too, asking you whether you need
After
assistance.
I do this.
We need info. Like if I don't have your number, I don't know you're not if you're
Yeah.
interested or not.
Yeah,
It's simple as that. Like I'm not gonna know automatically that you're interested.
Yeah.
I need to have that information. So and so brother or sister and their number and their email. I need their name, their interest because the form clearly states it's for Hajj 2025 interest. Maybe you just want to stay up to date. Maybe you have a friend or family that is trying to go. We have some people who just keep up with the information. They're not really planning to go for Hajj, but they like to guide the community, their friends and their family around them. So whatever your purpose may be, the benefit you get from actually signing up is you're going to get the information to you.
Okay.
And if you want us to stop communicating with you, you just let us know. We can also stop that too if that's one of your fears. So far, I have only sent one additional email other than the seminar invites, and that email was with the links for the recording of the seminar because a few people requested it, and I'm assuming quite a few of those people didn't attend that. We have been sending invites too, so I wanted to make sure they get those links. So I'm not looking to spam anyone where you get an email every 2 days or something like that. I think this month may have been a little heavy. We sent out 3 emails, one for the previous seminar we had last weekend, one for this, and one email would send out links for the previous recording. So my purpose is not to market anything. In fact, the system is open. Like I said, it's like we're technically just marketing for Amazon type of system, like Nusuk. There will be other companies in there, and you have that transparency. You can follow our guidance all the way till the end and end up not going with us. This is the option that you have. This is not that old system where you gave me a deposit, now you're bound to me or stuck with me. So I do want to clarify this. So this is a very important thing to understand. I think you might want to translate that too. So that was important information.
koodkan waxa waaye markaa scan garaysid wuxuu ku siinayaa access inaa emailkaaga samaysid taleefankaaga u dirtid whatsapp group aa lagu gelinayaa whatsapp group marka lagu geliyo wax kastoo cusub informationka aapka ma la furay notification aa helaysaa laana adiga waa shaqaynaysaa ciyaal haysataa oo mashquulsanta adduunka ka daba ordaysaa marka waxa waaye notification yarkan kambanigan wuu la soo shaqeeyey waqti badan shirkaddan hadda sanadka saddexaad ay galaysaa oo ka shaqeeyo ninka madaxda u ah oo dhan ay waxay yihiin waa isku cid originalki meeshu ka yimid marka wuu la soo shaqeeyey waa isla soo sheekaysteen waa iscaawiyeen marka aniguna waa isoo geliyey shirkad ahaan shirkad kalaan leeyahay wuxuu yidhi nala shaqeey marka shirkaddan ninkii ugu weynaayo meesha uu yaqaanaa marka dadkii iyo waxaan dhan uu samaynayo ayaa talaystay qarashkeedaa sii bixinayo dad badan haddaa heshid hadhow waxaa ku helaysaa wax markuu qof kasta uu u sheego kambanigan isticmaal oo soo gal oo information waa la furay oo taana dhacday oo all the updates oo heshid waa muhiim markii lagu dhaho aabka haddaa la furay waa xirmay 30 daqiiqo kadib marka shaqaalihii joogay waxay kuu fiirinayaan aabka ma la furayo ma kale marka dhid markuu kuu soo dhaco adigana boodida waxaa la rabaa gashid computer code meesha samaysid waxyaalaha kaloo muhiimka ah waxaa waaye email inay leedahay wax sax ah baasaboorkaaga hadduu dhacayo sanadahan soo socdo waa inuu hadda aad sii cusboonaysiisid waa very important baasaboorka ilaa sanad ka hor waa sii cusboonaysiin kartaa waa tegeysaa waxaa leedahay meel aan socdaa fiisaan dalbanayaa they expect baasaboorka u valid yahay waqtigaas iyo waqtiga marka baasaboorkaaga at least waxaa la rabaa 29 iyo 20 something inuu dhacayo maanta inaad ka shaqaysid lacagtaada sii diyaarsatid isku qortid programka oo markii qof hadduu ku soo oo ku dhaho lacagta soo dir kambanigan ma aha lacagta adaa toos u bixinayo aabkaasaa gelaysaa programkaasaa gadanaysaa sistamkaasaa samaynaysaa dowladda sacuudiga waa bedeleen qof hadduu ku dhaho sheekh zaidka maalin kasta ku daba tuko waa ku daba tukan kartaa laakiin waxaa la rabaa inaa waxaaga xaqiijisid karid kaaraa ku bixinaysaa iyo system anaga beriyan waxaan rabnay inaan dadka soomaalida caawino waa lagu bixin karaa kaar bankiga karadka wuxuu ku fiican yahay security helaysaa. Security waxa waaye lacagta haddaa karadka ku bixiso oo wax ku dhacaan wuxuu leeyahay insurance. Debitka ma laha. Aniga hadda credit card aan isticmaalaa wax kasta aan qabsado. Hadda hotel aan deganahay, lacag la'aan aan ku deganahay. Credit cardkayga intaas ii sameeyay. La'aanna credit cardkayga wax kasta ku qabsadaa, waxaana helaysaa waxyaalo badan aan kugu qabanayo. Marka weligaa markaa credit card isticmaashid protection helaysaa. Laakiin debit oo number la gelinayo markaa heshid dukaanka hadda ku gadatid wala soo celin kara lacagtaas. Waa adoo zeel jaray. Zeelka lacagtiisa markuu darsamo ma la soo celin karo.
But is there any other benefits other than that?
Oh, Sam?
I think,
Yeah, is there a question that?
yeah. What is cheaper is what we're discussing.
So a question came in regarding the payment, I'm assuming. So
Is it cheaper to use a debit card or is it?
So we will cover this again, inshallah, in complete details. But as a question came up, I'm going to cover this right now. The best option you have is a credit card when it comes to making payments in this system. And not just any credit card, you want to make sure you don't have foreign transaction fees. What I mean by that is if you use your card internationally, you should not be getting any fees. So it can be a particular card maybe you specifically use during traveling, because you are not being charged in the US. You are being charged in Saudi Riyals in Saudi Arabia. So their merchant account, I'm assuming, is over there. So consider that as a factor, because if you do debit card, majority of the times you will end up paying foreign transaction fees. So that's one expense that's added on. And usually they will charge you additional fees to use your card overseas as well too. So you may add on a lot of those. With the credit card, you can avoid those type of issues as well too. And you can also work with the credit card company to add a extra layer of security for you as well too. So you call the credit card company, and if you need to dispute that charge, like this was my terms and conditions with Nusuk, this was not provided to me. Of course, you received your ticket, you received your room, you received everything. You can't really go and dispute it. But let's say you made the payment for the package and Nusuk never sent you the visa. You need to protect yourself in one way or another. We are working, like even last year, I remember a few people didn't get the visa, so we are communicating with our team. But going back to the point of the payment, if you do a bank transfer, it is one of the most expensive options that I have seen so far. Because with the bank transfer, they usually, what they do is they are exchanging into Saudi Riyals in most cases, and they're charging you hefty fees on it. Like I've seen anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000 just to transfer about $10,000-$11,000. So that package, which is already, we've seen Hajj packages go up. They are very expensive now. And they're not just expensive because things are getting expensive or there's too many players involved. The taxes have gone up in Saudi a lot. When we worked before the pandemic, we were up till 2018, we basically gave no taxes to the Saudi government. But now they have, you're looking at approximately 30% being added on to whatever the package cost is just in taxes. So when it comes to making the payment, when you're forwarding these fees, when it hits that account, they also charge you over there as well too. So some money is being subtracted. So you're basically getting double dip. From their bank is charging you, your bank is charging you, you're buying the Saudi Riyals for an expensive rate, and then you're losing money basically on all ends. So bank transfer, in my opinion, is the least desirable option. And this is what we recommend, but you need to look at your personal circumstances and see what works best for you. You are able to use multiple forms of payments, whether it be maybe you want to use your card, your spouse's card, your kid's card. You can use 5-6 cards if you want to. That's not an issue. You can use multiple cards. So it's just keep that option open, and like rather than asking what cards don't have foreign transaction fees, it's best to just reach out to your bank and just ask them or read your terms and conditions, and that can guide you a bit better on what's the best path that you can take. Expect these packages to start around $9,000-$10,000 approximately, and I think like if you should consider that amount in mind That is like the starting point, including the tickets, inshallah, what we're expecting. Not just Itar al Khair, I'm talking about like throughout the system. So just consider those couple of facts, while you're jumping into this, inshallah.
So when it comes, you guys help with that, fill the application, like because I know
We
some people they filled and last
we
minute
we were we did assist people. So what we like to do is, if a
some
lot of
people
people are having issues, that
yeah
means there's a common glitch going on. So let's say we already did one seminar for the guidance, and people are still having issues. That means there's a common glitch going on. First, we'll try to figure out what the issue is, because we can't help you till we don't play with the system ourselves. And then if it's something too complicated, we'll, rather than doing something general, we'll set up like appointment timings with like maybe 10, 15 people at a time. Schedule out maybe like half an hour meetings to assist those people, because smaller groups is easier to work with than having like 500 people in a meeting and letting you open the audio and nobody can hear anything. So
yeah, I know some people they filled in last couple of years and they told me they didn't get. They don't know why.
there's multiple issues regarding that. It's not always just the system is failing. If you're too late in the system too, they really don't process the verification. This brother also has a question. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to understand the process, but so if I do decide to do Nusuk, I fill out the application, do you guys assign an agency? Or can I
So we do guide you throughout the whole process, and as we get closer to Hajj, meaning all the people who actually secured their packages, we will send out a form to you to collect the data for your preferred languages. We're expecting most majority of the people to select one or more than one. At least in English will be selected for everyone. So we do have guides that speak more than one language. Most of the guides actually that are working with us speak more than one language. So this is one of the reasons why we go in the community and partner up. So whatever you're comfortable with, or if you require a second language to actually get your guidance in, we can give you a guide that can assist you much better. So at that time, that's where that will play a role. I think I'm assuming you're talking about the guide. Is that, yeah? So we are actually the couple of things we're involved with. We do actually provide murshids from our end to the project. So we are working in the organization of that, where how we're going to split the groups up. Let's say there's one package that has 200 packages under it. Which guide we need to assign which people to. So we are working with them. We're working on the rooming. Let's say you're going and maybe you have three other friends who booked and you guys want to stay in the same room. This will be a good time, like while you're filling out this form, we will give you a section to actually inform us about this. This form will play a role for multiple things. One thing, it will let us actually get more organized to assign the guides according to the needs of the individuals. And this will also help us to bunch up friends, families, anything like that when it comes to the rooming. So it keeps us organized, and it's easier for us to collect the data before we actually start calling. Because it takes a very long time. Sometimes we just have to submit this, and then we have to individually call and see and make corrections later on, because everything is time sensitive when we're working. We might be sitting 4 weeks before Hajj when we're working on this stuff.
and then Nusuk is the only app allowed by the Hajj?
So Nusuk Hajj is different from Nusuk app. So they're two different things. They are under the same platform, but they're two different things. The Nusuk app is you can still use the Nusuk app for Hajj, but meaning like when you're there for Hajj, so you can see like the permits and stuff like that. But you cannot use the Nusuk app to book Hajj packages. That is only through the Nusuk Hajj website. So that's the only if you're looking for a legal channel to go for Hajj, which applies to the Hujjaj of the U.S. And you have no other secondary option, meaning you don't carry any other passport other than the U.S. passport. Nusuk is your, unfortunately, that's the only option. So if you have another passport, you're basically not going from the U.S. You are going in a quota of another country or whatever passport they're carrying. So it's not that this is basically the only platform that is available to book Hajj now. Technically, no, the website. The app is for booking your permit. So like we take Umrah groups on a monthly basis. So this app comes in handy when we're taking the Umrah groups. So you basically need to book your Roda permits for Medina. In order to go pray in the Roda for the men and for the women, you do need to go and take these permits out. This comes through the Nusuk app. And inshallah, I don't think this is relevant to this discussion right now, but I'm just covering in case you have future Umrah plans, or you're maybe going Umrah next month or next week. So you should know this. So download the Nusuk app, activate the Nusuk app, and you can take a Umrah permit out from there too. And a lot of people have this misconception that you cannot bring Zamzam back or any of these issues. Most of the airlines, they're looking for you to show them a Umrah permit that you took out and it expired, to make sure you're Muslim before, because a lot of people were just random. I'm not sure what exactly was going on over there, but this was a concern that came up about a year and a half ago with Umrah. So don't confuse the Nusuk app with the Nusuk Hajj website. So Nusuk Hajj website, you're gonna see the same logo, same everything, but one platform is for Hajj, one platform is being used to take out permits to perform particular activities. I hope I didn't confuse you further. I hope it was clarified.
I have a question.
Yes.
I think one is suggestion first is, I think maybe to clarify what is the Nusuk is and how it works. What do you need first? Registration, and then you need a choose a payment first, like your payment, and then make a payment. Choose a package. Like maybe you need to clarify. Like
We
this,
will
procedures. But my question is about the refund.
refund.
Let's
This
say
is
if I use a multiple credit, maybe I know one thing. Well, if you use one credit card, maybe if it's refund, maybe it's easier. But when you use a multiple credit card, how do I apply? How
so
am I gonna get the refund?
in the refund option, they do. I don't know if you want to translate the previous stuff before we move ahead, or is it
Okay.
repeated?
ما فهمتين معلومات hore waxaan laga hadlay.
Sorry, I got one.
Okay, wiilkaa wuxuu yiri su-aaluu na weydiiyey. Su-aashuu na weydiiyey waxa waaye wuxuu yiri see la isku qorayaa aapka. Aapka Nusuk hal app baasaa jiro oo Nusuk Xaj la dhahayo bas. Google haddaa gashid Nusuk Xaj ku qortid wuu kuu soo baxayaa. Markuu furmo passport number uu ku weydiinayaa, email address uu ku weydiinayaa, telephone number uu ku weydiinayaa. Informationkaas in markaa gelaysid wuxuu kuu sii furayaa baasaboorkaaga in la iskaan gareeyo. Baasaboorka inaad iskaan gareysid waa telefontaa ku qaadid si fiican uu soo baxaya. Waa inaa meel tagtid guriga hadduu ku yaallo bahasha iskaaninka inaad iskaan gareysid si sax ah oo baasaboorka si fiican usoo sax ah. Markaa meesha gelisid su-aalaha lagu weydiinayaa. Su-aalaha lagu weydiinayana waxaa waa dembi ma gashay, dhibaato ma samaysay, terrorist ma qayb gashay, xaj ma xajistay, waxaa ku baata jawaabaysaa yes no. waa loo beri kadib approve ku saarayaan. Approve markii lagu saaro waxaa waa xagga gadan kartaa package-ka waa gadan kartaa. Package-ka markii la soo geliyo waxaa dhici karta adoo jimco ku jira inuu xajka la soo geliyo. Marka usually waxay u shaqeysaa first come first serve. Marka programkan wuxuu kaa caawinayaa adoo salaada ku jira dhiig inuu kuu soo dhaho oo salaadaada aad boobsiisid oo guriga ku xiriirtid oo aad ka qayb gashid mataqaanaa bering marka guri la gadanayo kale. guri la soo gelinaya internetka boqol qof ay filayso hal qof aan gadan karo. Programka saas. Nusuga kale laba nusug aa jiro. Nusug waxaa jira telefonka la geliyo, kaasna waa soo dejisan kartaa. Kaas waxaa loogu talagalay cumro inaad qabsatid, rawda inaad gashid. Taan ii sheegay refreshment every salaad kadib 15-20 minutes waxay soo gelinayaan way furayaan. Marmar waxaa dhahaysaa ma haysto ma la furo meesha way furaan laakiin way balagareeyaan. Salaada kadib 10 minutes ay furayaan. Marka kaas waxaa loogu talagalay markii aad gadatid package-ka aad dhici karta tigidhkaagii iyo systemkaagii iyo wixii dhan aad gadatid inaad ka heshid. Marka inta markaa ka heshid wixii dhan waa haysataa. In case wuxuu dhahaa credit card ugu fiican, weliba credit cardka transactionka Sacuudiga ka dhacaya lacagta xajkaa gadanaysaa kow qolkaa degaysid mee qof hartaa inaad la degtid su-aashaasaa ku xogto 3 qof maaragtaa 4 qof maaragtaa 4 qof hadaa ragtid waa ka rabaysanta 2 qof hadaa ragtid waa ka qaadisanta. Marka saasna waa loo degaa. On top of that locationkii wixii marka credit cardka isticmaalaysid shaqada naftadan kasoo shaqeynay waxa waaye kaarka markaa maris xajiga wuxuu yiri refund lagu heli karaa. Xajki waa heli weysay waa dhacdaa. Xajki markaa heli weysay waa immediately inaad credit cardkaaga la hadashid shirkad Sacuudi aan wax ka gatay wixiiga lama siin 5 bilood haysataa. 5 bilood haddii dhaafto credit cardka wax lacag uu ku soo celin karo ma jirto. Credit cardka hadaa isticmaashid shanta bilood gudaheeda waxaa lagu rabaa waddankan sharciga wax kasta qoran intaasoo beri haddaad dhaaftid waa ku dhaaftay tan haddaad dhaaftid marka shantaas bil gudaheeda oo karad kaarka ku celsa xalada kamid ah xagatay serviceka waa ii deliver gareyn waayo waana run serviceka laguma siinin laaxid lagu kaxeen lacagta meeshaa ku shubtay way ku soo celinayan lacag kambaniga ayaa la dhiirgareynaya marka karad kaarka si fiican in loo isticmaalo qofkii karad kaar haysan markaa ku shubtid lacag kaasha bangiga oo transfer la sameeyo waa la samayn karaa lacagtaas waxaa loo qiimeynaya sacuudiga loo bedelayaa marka waxaa dhici karta $1,000 iyo ama $500 in la lose garaysto transactionka bas lacagta la wareejinayo marka badanka waxaa fiican karad kaarka ah haysatid wiilkaaga kaarkiisa isticmaali kartaa wada qaraabatiina isticmaali kartaa any karad kaar isticmaali kartaa marka qof hadduu haysto karad kaar $50,000 ku jirto isaga laftigiisa wuxuu ka faa'iidaya points uu helayaa ayaaluu helayaa oo marka kaarkaasaa isticmaali kartaa oo waxaana weydiinaysaa kaarka transaction fee ma leeyahay waxaa jirta sacuudiga saabuunaa gadata saabuunta waxaa la socota 3% waxaa gadata marka kaarar waxaa jiro lahayn transaction fee marka inaad weydiisid bangiga su-aalahaas
Multiple credit card.
I want to cover the question. So we were asked a question before the translation was done, and then inshallah we'll get some questions from the sisters as well. So the question was, if you use multiple credit cards, what goes on with the refund? So whatever credit card that you paid with, you will get the refund on that. In most cases, what will end up happening is either you decided not to go for Hajj at all and you're doing a large amount on a refund. Please do consider this. We do advise as well too that you should, especially if you're still unsure whether you want to go or not, please don't load up the e-wallet with a significant amount of money. Load a small amount of money just to activate it. At least we saw this year. This was a major issue. So this way, whether you're deciding to go or not deciding to go, put a few dollars through the e-wallet. It does take a long time to get a refund on the bank transfers. So just consider that, credit cards are usually a little bit faster. Credit cards, you'll get the refund in a couple of weeks, but with the bank transfers, it takes a while. Some people have even gotten stuck for months. So in order to protect yourself in the best possible way, this is at least what we recommend, is using a credit card with no foreign transaction fees. And I hope if you have the luxury to have, even if it's more than one card available to you, to actually make a payment of $10,000 to $15,000 at one time, depending on what package you're choosing. If you have that luxury, just load $5-10 on the thing and then wait for the package, see what you want, and then load the money in the e-wallet. So this way, that 14-15 day period they're going to give you to understand the packages. We're going to host multiple seminars to explain maybe 5 packages in one seminar. There might be around 20-25 different packages. So we want to make sure you understand all of them, and depending on what you want and according to that price, you can get prepared financially with the credit cards you need, whether you're using your own, maybe yours and your spouse, or however you need to do it. But if you don't have that luxury to do it in one shot, inshallah, we will do one once the account gets activated. We're going to start doing seminars on step by step. So when it does come to the e-wallet, we're going to go in complete details on recommendations on what options you have regarding, if you don't have that luxury, maybe you need 2 shots to get that done. So usually the way a credit card works is you make the payment, like you purchase something. Let's say I went outside right now and purchased something from a restaurant. I use $10, let's say, for example. So that $10, it takes a couple of days for that $10 to clear sometimes. Sometimes it can take 2 weeks. How many times do we make a payment and it's just stuck there for 2 weeks? So that payment needs to clear in the system in order for you to do a payment on that credit card for that credit to be available again. I don't know if that's clear enough. Like, you use the $10, it takes a couple of days for that transaction to clear, and then you pay off that $10 in order to have that $10 available again. So if you don't have the luxury to do it in one shot, you need to follow a method like this, where you need to do the first round and possibly wait till the package prices come out to actually do your second round to see what works best with you, because we don't want you to put extra funds in there. We want you to be in a position where, maybe you have 10 reals left in there. It shouldn't really affect you. You should still refund it. Your money is your money. And they do I think there is a small transaction fee in there as well too, so consider that as well too. When you process the refund, I think they charge you like a very small percentage. I remember I was checking it for someone. I think it was like I think like 2 cents or 3 cents on every 100. Like there's a small percentage that they charge on the refund. So just consider that as well too. So we don't want you to put any extra funds. We're here to make sure we can advise you in a way where you can protect yourself financially too when it comes to this, inshallah. Yes, brother. Was that did I clear it up or you want me
It is clear that two things actually. One is, for example, if I try to load my e-wallet,
to?
is the fund available right away? For example, that's
Oh,
one.
this is actually a very good question.
The other one?
Let me let me go one by one.
Okay.
So you just don't have the benefits of not spending that extra cash to have cash available to you to purchase a Hajj package. Credit cards are instant. That's why it gives you that strategic value. Just activate your e-card, put $35 or $20, whatever you're comfortable with, and then when the time comes, you load your e-wallet accordingly. And you don't need to just to be on the safe side, you put like $200-300 extra on it. Put like maybe $20 extra on it. If you still think you're short a couple of dollars, well, it's a credit card. Use it again and bring it up to that balance. You don't need to waste any funds in the system. You
Another
said
one was actually, for example, if you, for some reason, you try to cancel the package, when you purchase, you're losing some money, right? There's a certain times you need to cancel if you want to cancel.
so. That is also a very good question. So for the last 2 years, the refund policy that I've seen is actually how should I say this? It's not easy to go over the refund policy. If you wait too long, you basically lose everything. It's better to just go at that point. I believe it's 2 weeks or 3 weeks, something like that. 4 weeks before Hajj, I think it's like non-refundable or something like that. So I'm gonna actually talk to my staff and have them take a point of this. So when we get closer, we cover the refund policy as well too. So you have a better understanding and you can take a well-informed decision on how to purchase, because you need to understand this is not the old system where you came to us and you're like, I gave you a deposit, I gave you my passport, there's 4 months still to Hajj, I want to cancel. No problem, here's your check, here's your passport, and that's it. But even if you came to us after we issued your Hajj visa, because the Hajj visa meant that we already used up the tasrif for the hotel. We already used up the tasrif for the permits for the transportation. We already used up everything. So now we cannot take another Haji in your place. So at that point, we will not be able to give you a refund. So the new system is a little bit different. We don't have full control over it. So I will see what the new updated refund policy is, so we can present that to you as well too. But we don't have this information right now. I want to clarify this as well too. So as we move ahead and we get closer to the dates, inshallah, we will come and present this refund policy to you before you purchase the packages.
So this year, I think this Hajj coming year, it's around first week of June. 8th.
Yes, most likely the traveling will be end of May and returning mid July, mid June. Sorry, mid June.
سؤال سؤالكم يمتى waxay
Yes, brother. Sorry. Oh,
سؤالكم يمتى waxay lacag ku shigan yiri di aad isku hubin
take a question from the sisters too.
marka
I think a few people want to ask questions.
lacag account yar laga furtaa e-wallet yiraahdo e-wallet wuxuu yiri iska furo si aad active uga dhigto oo ku joogo lacag yar $100 $50 waxaas kaga gelinaysaa laakiin inta markuu xaj ka bilaabanay package aad tub inuu bilaabanayo oo in xaj aadayso markaas lacagta ku wada shubto xaalada hadda iskaga shubto ama waqtigu iskaga shubto hadhow aad haddana ka noqoto tira xaj ma aaday sanadkan hooyadii baa xanuunsan ama waxaa igu soo baxay dib bay noqonaysaa lacagta lagu soo celi si loo soo celi marka ha ku shubo lacag haddaadan hubin weli markaad ku shubayso markii packageka la furo oo la yidhaahdo waa la galan karaa
package deleted marka ugu daran percentage waxaa ku aysan markas haddaadan hore u qabsan aad u yaqaaniyo
haddii percentage waxaa dhib male dee waa bixinaysaa.
سؤال الثاني
basically waa qof
Yeah.
raba inuu hawshii bedelan waayo hadee wax ugu dhacaan oo kale adigu
يا رب سؤال إنه يجي.
Haddii marka hore ku kala gashay haddii qadari dhacdo
xadka horta systemka waxyaalaha la sheego oo dhan experience badan aan u leeyahay Nusuk. waxyaalaha isbedelay marmar waxaa waaye ma garan kartid ilaa programka uu furmo maxaa isbedelay laana Nusuk waa shirkad dowladda leedahay. dowladdii waxay rabtaa inay dadka aragto ay qabtaan ay sameeyaan ee loo sameynayaa Nusuk dowladda iskale. shirkadahana waxaa iskale dad oo Sacuudiya ayagana barnaamijkooda inta kasoo gelinayaan dowladdana way arkaysaa. waxaa la rabaa meel lagu wada sheekaysto oo lagu wax lagato dowladdana korka gaarayso. marka qofka xajka rabo oo 100% xajka niyeystay aniga recommendationkan siinayo waxaa waye lacagtiisa oo dhan inuu ku wada shubto hal mar. qofka xajka rabo oo hadduu qof jirada xataa dhahayo wallahi aan xajka haye you can come back for you laana waxa dhacayo xajka markuu furmo lacag kuma shubo meesha systemku waa halaabaya. ma garata $10 aan ku shubatay xajkii waa furmay qofka waxaa gadanaya bas lacagtiisa maalinta ugu horeysa ku wada shubtay. marka taasna waa dhacdaa. I was just explaining
markuu furmo sidee u ogaanaysaa haddaanu furmin qiimaha aan ku shubayo see u ogaanayaa
qiimaha lacag waxaa ku shubaysaa.
markuu furmo unbaa la ogaanayaa soomaha
I
qiimihiisa
was talking about some of the, the loading of the package, e-wallet, and how it works. That you have to load a certain amount of money. Ask me, how do I know how much money I have to load? I said you have to exceed
Whatever you're trying to purchase. So yeah, inshallah, this is a very actually important point.
He's going to answer your question
What was this question?
about the how much should I load?
So initially, you need to look at your own situation and see what will work best with you regarding. We're expecting them to start around $9,000-$10,000 inshallah for the lower end of the packages. So according to your needs, initially we don't even recommend you to put in a big amount. Put in like $30, $40, just so your e-wallet is active. So you have a small amount of money sitting in there, and when you decide like yes, I see the Hajj prices, I see the Hajj packages, and I want to go, that's when you decide to put the amount of money you want to put. But right now, like we mentioned, the system is not fully prepared to actually, like go and register right now. Put that stuff on a pause, inshallah. Just make your intention, make dua, and keep up, inshallah. We covered some information on hotels last weekend. See which hotels work best for you. And the options, like we actually covered in a way where you have a better understanding of which hotels to choose and why to choose them if someone elderly is going. Sometimes what seems like the most convenient hotel may not be convenient for a particular person. Because if you go in the clock tower, if any of you guys have gone to Umrah before, you have to change multiple elevators. For someone who has a tendency to get lost and they can't find their way, like it's not a good idea to go stay in the clock tower. I would recommend them to go stay in the Jabal Umar. You take one elevator, you come down, and you go to Haram. So these are some concerns that we really need to look at. Like, from a far away point of view, we just see, or like, okay, this particular hotel, this has so many benefits, but there are downfalls to all the hotels too, and we go in details about that. So you need to decide what works best with your needs. And even at the end, I mentioned if you're going for a budget-friendly Hajj and you don't really care about where you're staying, what's going on, you just want to get Hajj out of the way, you go with the cheapest option over there. It's not necessary that you need to go with the expensive option, but understanding your options is important. Not just when it comes to us. If you get a grip of the information, what we're talking about in these updates that we do on a monthly base, it's actually preparing you to purchase any package in the system. You will be prepared to understand how the packages work, how the system works, what are the problems that are going on in the community, how to protect yourself. The number one thing right now is you need to protect yourself. Don't go and cut a check and give it to someone. This is not how the new system works. This is the number one thing. And when the system opens, inshallah, we're going to be guiding you throughout the process, what to do, what you need to do, step by step, inshallah.
So earlier, I think you said you guys, someone around Minnesota.
We will inshallah be working. We have Brother Ahmad, and he will be arranging some, like in-person assistance for Nusuk and the registration. So we are. I'm not just involved from one side. So usually I do need to go around and travel around, but we have partners everywhere. We have brother Yunus over here too. He's working on the West Coast with us. Mashallah, very active, and Texas side, a few states. So we have partners throughout. We're physically trying to work everywhere to make sure we can assist as many people as possible. So we hope to come and serve you in your local community. If you think you want to get a crowd, especially talking to some of our audience who are joining us live too. If you want us to come and talk, if you want us to come and assist, we are trying to see if we can strategically work with a lot of people to come and assist the local communities, inshallah, to go with the legal routes, the legal channels to actually go perform Hajj, inshallah.
Okay.
So I have a question.
Yes, brother.
So regarding package, what's included in
So different packages have different things, but the basic essentials will be included in all the packages. So you will have your mashayir services, which are your Hajj days, Mina, Arafat, Muzdalfa. Your basic transportation is covered for everywhere, from cities to cities, airport to cities, and cities back to airport, which is basically, Makkah, depending. I don't want to go in complete details of the route, but it covers the full main routes. And then you have your meals covered. Majority of the packages, it's half board. What that means is you have breakfast and dinner covered. If it's a full board package, it's 3 meals, so you have breakfast, lunch, and dinner covered. This does not include your sacrifice for Hajj. So this is one thing that you do need to consider.
Any
Uh,
package or all package?
None of the packages include sacrifice unless they have an add-on option. It will always be
Where's
add-on.
the sacrifice?
This is the sacrifice. Yes.
Oh, okay.
So-
what about the Hajj?
But
Hajj visa is a
If we
part of the
pay, someone
package.
will do for us, or
Hmm?
do we pay by ourselves, or someone can do for us if we pay?
We it can be done, but we recommend having control over your account. I've seen many people lose out on Hajj. What if one particular day I'm not feeling well and you're trying to reach out to me to get information and you miss out on your Hajj? This is one of the reasons we're here to assist you. But the system, the toughest things in the system is just understanding the system, and we're walking with you in the system. When we do these seminars, we're sharing our screen, we're showing you step by step what to fill out where, how to do it, how to, what do you need to do? Like exactly every single thing, step by step, we're working with you. And if you need assistance, inshallah, but you having access for your account is more beneficial to you. I spoke with many people last year who, they were not able to go to Hajj because they did not have access to their account. Someone else promised them they're going to go purchase the packages on their behalf. What do you do to them? So, one thing we all also need to realize, if Allah wills, inshallah, we will all be there. If Allah doesn't will, no matter what we do, how much money we throw, buy 20 computers, hire 50 people to sit on them constantly to purchase such package, we will not be able to make it. So, first and foremost, have the right intention and make dua to Allah. Allah invites us for Hajj. This is very important. This is not in our hands; it's in Allah's hand. And inshallah, Allah make it easy for all of us, and invite all of us for Hajj. This is
أنا أرد بإشاشة.
dadka nusuqa waxaan nusuqa aad leedihiin haddii oo qof oo dhowr qof oo mas-uul qofka ma ka noqon karaa oo ma u geli karaa
She's
hal shay qofku waa inuu karaa
she's asking.
Hadday isla socotaan hadalkooda kaa hore u gacmay uu ka hadlay
أفر قف شن قف.
ilaa sagaal qof baa lagu ogoliyey.
Yes, because you register your family.
so up to 14 family members can be registered onto one account. I believe it was 12 last
Nine.
year.
It was 9.
They
Nine.
reduced it.
Last year it was 9.
Last year it was 9. The year before that it was 14. So we may see a lower number this year. So if you decide to make someone, definitely this is. Oh, by the way, one more thing. This is actually, maybe this may interest you a little bit more. Last year you were able to have your individual accounts and actually make one person ahead of the family. So you can still have your account, and if you want to work in that manner, you can assign someone as the head of the family, and you can have 5-6 people join that account. This will still give you the control to go and do it, and it will also give that person. So There are other ways, but you need to have control over your account. What if this year they decide, no, whatever we did last year is set in stone and we are able to use that account indefinitely? Then you have no access to your account, and it becomes a problem. We want to make sure we're giving you advice so you can protect yourself as well too, and utilize these things, inshallah.
Okay, go ahead. su-aashani waxay tahay mathalan aniga qof weyn baan ahay kii wixii waa laga caawiyey in nusugii markii nusugii aan dhamaystay xaggee ka baxaya xaggee qolay aan soo arkeen diyaaradda halkan laga raacayo gobolka la aadayo yaa bixinaya
ku jirtaa backage-ka
The
diyaaradda.
question he's asking is if I am an older person who doesn't have a lot of experience in how to utilize the computer and the programs, and someone else is leading me to do everything, what options do I have and how do I overcome, and what information I'm going to have, what airline, where I'm going to be flying from, and all that information? How do I get those information?
So all this information is actually emailed out to you. That's why I also believe it's important to have access to your own account. Let's say somebody actually booked your Hajj. It's done, they purchased it, and you did everything. And now that person is not available and you're trying to leave and you have no access to your tickets, you have no access to your visa, you have no access to anything. Regardless of whatever the situation may be, we want to make sure you have control over your own account, which will benefit you in the long run. And trust me, I have seen many companies. I can easily do this too. I saw companies like charging $200, and they would take control of your account and take care of all these things. I think is unethical personally, because we're not supposed to take anything from you from outside the system. So whatever payments you're doing in the system. So don't fall for any of those things. Have control of your account. If you want to make head of family of someone who you want to actually take over the account and do the purchases, Bismillah. But make sure it's set up to your email, so you're getting the visa, you're getting the tickets, the communication is happening with you regarding the Hajj. If you're not able to get communicated, and let's say everything was booked and you don't even know what the Hajj package is, what if you had a better option that worked with you that you wanted to purchase and you weren't able to purchase that because you gave someone else the ability to go and purchase the package on your behalf? We're not going out of the way to make sure you learn the system for any benefit to me. I want to make sure the community benefits, because if there is no benefit to the community, we're not serving our purpose. We were here, from before, the title that is given to us is Khadimul Hujjaj. We are here to serve you, the Hujjaj. So we take this role seriously, and we want to make sure we can serve you in the best possible manner. And we will give you advice on what we believe is the best possible advice. Of course, we're not forcing anyone to follow our advice either. What we want for you is exactly what we want for ourselves. So this is the same advice I would give to my own family, my own friends, my own community where I'm sitting too. We're sitting there, we're doing Umrah work. I will give the same exact advice in all communities and around the world. Have control of your account. Even if some people, they watch this video later on, I know there's people that, they usually rewatch this video, and they also go over this information outside the country too. Have control of your account. This is the most important factor of in the new day of Hajj. If this was, there was people who did not have control over their Nusuk account. They registered on someone else's email, and now they can't go get a Roda permit when they go to Medina. So it's an activity you miss out on. Let's say they get strict again for Umrah and they're checking permits. You can't go perform Umrah because your passport is registered with someone else's email, and now you can't go take out a permit. Don't put yourself in a position where someone else has access, or your information is accessible through someone else's account. We want to make you more independent rather than liable on someone. So just inshallah, we're here to assist you, and we will have our team in Minnesota. Inshallah, we will be launching many of these things soon, and informing you when things are more active. Inshallah, to Brother Ahmad will assist you, and they will have more information. And if any of us, if we can get a bigger team out here too to assist, we will inshallah try our best to do that as well too. So this way, there's like all hands on deck if there's extra help needed. But inshallah, like if you guys are in New York, definitely reach out to us. we can see you over there as well too, inshallah. Uh, I want to take a couple of questions from the women's side before we end.
I'm going to answer for some of the information kaaga rabaa inaan kaaga jawaabo. Waxaan rabaa inaan kaaga jawaabo waxaan weydiisay nusuk. Nusukaan horta waa program ama Soomaali aniga ahay. Usually Soomaalida waa especially dadka raba inay xifdiyaan dad waaweyn, dad luqadda si fiican ugu fiicneen, dad mataqaanaa shaqaysto oo wixii lacagta haysto laakiin technicalkaan fahmi karin. Marka shirkadda aniga aan leeyahay group baa noo shaqeeya. Groupadan magaalada joogan waxaan ku shaqeynaynaa. Waa noo informationka waan keenaynaa sidii loo filan karo, sidii information waxyaalo badan baa rabnaa inaan bedelno. Waana last year dadaan kaxeynay. Dadka aan kaxeynana waxaan u sameynay lacagaha anaga ka bixinaynay. Systemka anaga sameynay wixii dhan anaga sameynay. Dadka waa baxeen waa soo xifdiyeen waa soo dhamaysteen. Dad kalaa jiray oo anaga nala soo xiriirinay waqtigiisaan maqlnay naga tegay xajkii qaladka ahaa aaday oo soo xajiyay. Marka usually waxa waaye sida lagu sheegay price-ku waa price dowladda Sacuudiga soo bandhigtay ma aha company. Marka qofka waxaa la rabaa lacagta inuu horta haysto. Aniga qofka waxaan sii dhihi lahaa xajka waa isbedel. Muufada shan lagu gedi jiray $3 $3. Eesh lagu gedi isbedelay inflation dhacday. Marka qofku wuxuu rabaa inuu ku xisaabtamo $12,000 inuu ku xisaabtamo. Waa ka yar tahay. Waa garanaysaa waa iskaga baahan kartaa wax kastaa dhici kara ma garan. Waxaa dhici karto aniga laasta 3 qof aan la seexdo. Sariiruhu waa isku dhow yihiin. Qolkii waxa waaye qol yar waaye. hal mar haddii saas loo soo jeesto ugaha isku dhacaya. Ma fahamtay marka qofkii the more you have the more systemka aad samaysan kartid. Marka waxaan iga caawinaynaa number 1 see lacagta haddaa kaash u haysid see lagaga caawin karaa in si loo bixiyo loo helo number 1. Number 2 see registrationka adigana samaysan kartaa managa kaa caawino taasna waan ka shaqeynaynaa. Waxyaalo kalaa jiro oo aan aragnay especially adoo lacag haysto inaa xaj aadi karin aa dhici karto. Maana systemku waa istaagayaa dhibaatooyin dhacayo. Marka badanka waxaa waaye waxyaalahaas oo dhan wuxuu u baahan yahay qof technical ah lacagtii in lagu soo shubto in lasii diyaar noqdo xajkii aa 100% u tahay inaad bixaysid. Hadduu waxaa jiro oo lacagta gashanaya hadhow dhahayo wallahi waa mashruucan bilaabaya waa iska duwaya. lacagtaas marka sida u soo ceshan lahayd dhib waaye. لأن شركات السعودية مرة العقد قاطان مريكان مجوكت تقول وضع العقد هذا قاط مريكان مركز جوكت كومبلينا بحنا على هذا كده وبتعوينا وهنجيب لكن السعودية من له هتجيب كذا هتيجي وحلوود يلو أنا السعودية يعني جروب عن قاعدة وأنا جا خص وصلنا يعني سنة وقت نصيب صدني سياطة عن كلامه عايش مركان تكن هوتيل مثل أنا سلمت هوتيل كان ديارني waa la digay waxaana waa dhamaysanay dhow markaan la doodnay lacagtooda noo soo celiyeen oo dowladda ku bixin. Marka laakiin hadda way isbedeshay wax kasta waa la helayaa. Xajka badanka iska macquulka ah 9,000 waa service nadiif ah xaj aragtaa. Marka kan ugu raqiisan ugu macquulsan aniga ahaantii meel kastana waa gelaysaa waa soo xajinaysaa turkaaga waa tegaysaa hadaa munuq leedahay qofka weyn oo kale qof weyn oo qof la socdo waaye oo firfircoon oo wheelchairka ku riixi karo xatuurka usoo mari kara marmar qofkii maanta oo dhan xajka easy ma aha. xajka waxaa waa janjarada hadda marka lasoo koraayo waxaa yidhi masaajidkan masaana loo soo koraa maalin kasta waxaa dhici karta wheelchair marka shaqada xajka waa shaqo caadi ah ma aha. marka qofku waa inuu diyaar u noqdaa orod socod mataqaanaa meelo badan lagu kumarxo mataqaanaa meelo badan laakiin markaa soo noqotid ajirkeeda waa leedahay. annaga dadka waan raacaynaa programka aan ka shaqeynayno shirkadan dadka annaga hageyno hoteelkii annaga kaa caawinayna markaa imaatid wixii lagaa ballan qaado waan kaa caawinaynaa oo mataqaanaa shirkadii annaga la dirgarayn waxaa leenahay dadkan waxaa loogu heshiiyey. marka badanka waxaa fiican qof kasta uu qofku yaqaan inaad isku sheegtiin oo aad group samaysatiin 100 qof 300 qof oo isla socdo xataa waxaa dhici karto teendooyinka xataa inaan dhahno qofna lama degayo laanna soomaalida program gooni ay jecesha inay hesho neef gooni ah program gooni ah marka insha allah saas waa
Yeah.
So, inshallah, the main purpose of coming over here was to come meet with you face to face. Jazakallah khair for giving me the opportunity to come and talk with you. It's a great honor to come and visit your community over here, inshallah, and I look forward to coming again soon. And we also want you to consider, inshallah. Wa alaikum salam. Good, alhamdulillah. No problem. So it is almost time for Maghrib, and we are looking forward to guiding you throughout the whole system. Please, if you get some time, just sign up on the link so we can invite you to the next seminar. And inshallah, from there, we will be bringing more information to you on a month-to-month basis. And we're hoping to just, guide you throughout the whole process. That's the main purpose, inshallah. So thank you very much. And if you want to...
Which one are you talking about? This one?
Same, it's the same thing. It's the same thing.
So I can take one.
Yeah, it's that one also has Umrah packages.